Hi, welcome to the next pick a card reading. Yes, there's a global pandemic. Yes, we are fighting systemic racism and social inequality in the United States every single day, and I'm proud of those things. But today we're going to talk about soulmates. Just because this tends to come up in every reading, regardless of how you are affected by global events, our hearts and the things that are close to us are still things that we care about and want to know. So today we're going to be talking about what will I learn from my next soulmate. Now that might be from it referring to the relationship that you're currently in, wondering if this is a soulmate. This may be someone who's single and looking who, may be coming into their lives next. Or just maybe you're coupled and you're in a difficult time and you're wondering what the lesson is here. Lord knows we have so many planets in retrograde. Mercury is retrograde, Venus is retrograde. I'm having a hard time even getting this video started. So let's hear Claire Donovan's dissertation on soulmates. To me, a soulmate is anyone. It can be a friend. It can be a romantic partner. It can be a pet. It can be anyone in our life that comes in to teach us lessons. They may last, that lesson learning may last the duration of your life. Penguins, they mate for life. It may be your entire journey through this world. It may be for a very short amount of time. They're often catalysts. Soulmates are often catalysts to change. The beginning and the ending and the middle, it can all be very messy. But it's always about our journey and what it is that we as individuals are supposed to learn from that connection. So again, what is it that I'm going to learn from my soulmate? Could be single, could be coupled, could be, having challenges in your relationship right now. You'll hear another phrase used quite often, and that's a twin flame. Now, the concept of a twin flame actually goes back, as far as I'm aware. I did not Google this, but Plato's Symposium postulates that, individuals were broken into at the beginning, and we search our entire life looking for our other half. And to me, that is a twin flame connection, that other part of our soul. Very often, we don't meet them in this lifetime. They are, that may be why you have problems with relationships, quite frankly. Or if you're with your twin flame, it's not always smooth sailing. That's your mirror image. That's the other part of you. You have twin flame connections are incredibly fiery. They're incredibly passionate, and I mean everything from wonderful, loving connections to huge, constant fights. Soulmates are a little more of a gentle connection. Again, it's about lessons. Where our twin flame is really our other half of ourself, our soulmate is someone who has come into our life. It's a divine gift from the universe to teach us a specific lesson. So what is the lesson of your next soulmate? And again, we're going to do pick a card. This is pile number 1 from the far left, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. You've been staring at a pile as I've been talking here for almost 4 minutes. Do not question that. There's 6 tarot cards in each pile and an oracle card. I will timestamp them in the description box below. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So for those of you who picked pile number 1, again, take a moment. You know which one it is. It was your first instinct. That's the way these pick a cards work. I often put cards in a pile and ask someone to pick before I'm going to move this candle because it's very hot, red hot, love candle right there. So those of you who pick pile number 1, your oracle card is I have not looked at these cards, so we're reading them in real time. Between worlds. So you could be on a break. This could, or you could just be waiting for that next connection. If you look at closely this card, the past is dark. The feathers are, stormy skies. The feathers are look as though they're dying, but about to step into this glorious new blue sky, healthy red feathers. You're neither here, it's not quite over, and it's not quite begun. This could really be about, likely if you pick this pile, I would say either you're completely single and you've been single for quite some time and you're waiting for that next connection to come in, or the connection that you're in right now is having challenges and you're not sure if it has, the staying power to go the distance. So the next card we have here is from the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Oh my goodness, get out of town for a love reading. Ace of Cups reversed. So this is not a new connection, okay? This is starting to tell me more. Likely if you picked, or your last relationship really broke you in a way emotionally that maybe you still have not healed from. But the Ace of Cups upright is the spark. It's the beginning. It's the new relationship. It's that honeymoon phase. It's not quite in the honeymoon phase. This is either someone you are coupled with already, or the last significant relationship you were in, was incredibly emotionally difficult. When cups are reversed, I often think about, water pouring out, lots of tears, lots of concern. You could be very much going through a rough patch with your current connection. The next card we have here is the Page of Pentacles. You could be waiting to hear from this person. Pages are messengers. It could be an earth sign. Pentacles are earth. It could have also been, part of the challenge of the relationship could be financial, quite frankly. There could be an imbalance, and we'll see what the rest of the cards say about around money and security. From the Rider-Waite, yeah, Eight of Swords. This reversed. So this is about wanting freedom. I'm going to come back to that. Yeah, definitely an earth energy. We have the Page going to the King of Coins. So the King of Coins is very grounded, possibly older than you. Again, not gender specific here, but possibly an older energy from you. Again, this could either be a very grounded individual that you've been in a relationship with, or I am kind of leaning towards finances. And the reason I say that is this Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is about the mental prisons that we put ourselves in, right? This figure could literally shake their body, and those restrictions would fall off of them. They could take off the blindfold and they could walk away from these painful thoughts, but they feel trapped. It's that mental prison. But again, we're kind of over it. We're tired of feeling stuck. We're tired of feeling trapped. And with the Ace of Cups reversed, either, again, not a new connection, this is an existing connection, and it does feel like you might be feeling tied down due to finances. I'm going to say for now. Let's see what else we've got here. The Knight of Swords reversed. So the Knight of Swords is often seen as a card of spying, right? Swords are air. Air is information. Words, social media. It could have been that there is just a lack also of communication. Knight of Swords is about, speaking our minds. Could have been something that came up on social media that was really disturbing. And there could be a choice that we're having to make. Okay, that's the way I'm reading this, actually. We have two different kings. We have two different knights here. We have a Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands, and we have the Knight of Swords. Air sign, fire sign. Between worlds is making me wonder if you have felt you've learned everything you need to learn from one of these individuals and are ready to break free and go into the new one, a new relationship. It feels more stable. It feels more grounded, this new connection. There's been recent communication between you and this other individual. You want to break free. You're ready to potentially jump from this relationship to the next. You've learned your lesson. And it really has to do with an emotional connection, which seems like it just isn't there anymore. There may be like financial security in your current situation, very much so. But with both the king and the page of wands, or coins, sorry, pentacles. But yeah, there's this other side that you're wanting to break free from. So I would say, what have you learned from your soulmate here is that emotional security means more to you than actual material possessions. That you need that emotional connection. You need to feel adored. You need to feel loved and to have that love expressed in overt ways, not just, I love you, so I'm going to buy you more jewelry. No, you need to have deep conversations. And this is what you've learned, and this is what you need to move towards in your new world. You're between worlds. You're trying to make a decision between two different energies, and this is saying go for it. This lesson with energy number one, has taught you that emotional connections mean a lot more than diamonds. So let's go on to pile number two. What do we have here? Poised. You are ready, my friend. You are ready for that connection. You are poised. You have an open heart. You are ready for love. You're ready to feel connected to someone. Gosh, aren't we all, with this lockdown for endless? I'm in New York City, so it's felt like forever. But you are poised. This is about love and connections coming in. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look at that. You just can't make this up. All right. So the Lovers was called the choice once upon a time. Adam and Eve chose to eat from a certain tree and therefore suffered the consequences, left the Garden of Eden. But it's also a choice about love. So you very well, or it could just be, a new, in the most simple sense, it's about being in love. So I would say, if you pick pile number two, you likely have someone that you care about already. Ooh, you're in a good place. 9 of Cups. Wish card. I used to call this card Fat, Dumb, and Happy. Just like what you don't want. You just want to, you've got everything you need. I don't, that's my ex-husband used to say that. Yeah, wishes fulfilled. Emotional fulfillment. Yeah, okay, I wish I would have picked pile number two. Because you're done with lies. The Seven of Swords is thief, right? The Seven of Swords is, getting what you want through underhanded means. Likely that was what you're just going to put it out there with this new connection, which feels pretty awesome so far. And you're just gonna be honest. You've decided that you are just going to be honest with this person, show them who you are. You've got an open heart. You're not gonna hold back. You're gonna tell them that you care. You're not gonna lie about it. You're not gonna play games, and see how it works out. And I'm anxious to see how it works out. Okay, we've got the Chariot reversed. Okay, so it may not be moving super fast. And maybe that's part of what you've communicated in your truth, is that you want to take this slowly. You want to see how this develops. You want this to be a genuine connection. That is the choice, Lovers, that you made. Is that you are going to put the brakes. Chariot upright is, charging forward. There is some restraint here. Actually, now that I think about that, with the 9 of Cups, you just may be going for it. There is no restraint. You're just going to tell that person exactly how you feel. whether or not it works. Chariot is also seen as a card of victory. Yeah, because you're tired of being alone. You've been in that hermit space. You've been, doing the internal work. You've really done the internal work so that when you meet that person, that the outsides match the insides. Good for you. Shut up. Whoever picked pile number 2, I wish I was you. Oh my gosh. What is your wish? Because you're going to get it. And just be careful what you wish for. You are a manifester. Holy crap. 2 9 of Cups, 2 different decks, totally random shuffle. So honestly, take this moment. You possibly are one of those people that I always, if you can't do, teach. I always tell people, write a list of what you want in a partner. And, down to the smallest detail. And then raise your energy to whatever that is. You want them to be happy? Well, you have to be happy first, right? Poise yourself for that energy. You want to feel adventurous? Be adventurous on your own first, and you'll draw that energy to you. Oh my God. You are not going to be alone much longer, my friend. And if you're in a connection right now, it's the real deal. Lovers, there's no lies here. There's no having to hide who you are. It's, caution to the wind. You're going full steam ahead. And I tell you what, it's a beautiful thing. Wishes fulfilled. Because you did the work, my friend. You were poised for this connection. What is your soulmate going to teach you? That you are worthy. That doing the work on the inside to match the outside actually can bring about joy. And that this might be your penguin. That's awesome. Just can't make that up. All right. I wish I was pile number 2. Moving on now to pile number 3. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, look at that. 2 owls looking like a heart. Loyal heart. Now, this can be a double-edged sword, right? When we're incredibly loyal, when we're incredibly devoted. If that person doesn't match that energy, it can be a lonely place, right? You've clearly have an open heart and are loyal to a connection, or you're just wanting to offer your heart to someone. This is an open heart card. You seem like a nice person. Oh, because yeah, the last connection hurt. Or it could be that you're feeling like this is the end. Okay, so 10 of Swords is actually a soulmate card, believe it or not. People are always afraid of it, including me. But it's about painful endings, right? This water is like, okay, time to go now, bringing you into the ocean. Pretty morbid, but most 10 of Swords cards are pretty morbid. But when it's upright, it's about painful endings. When it's upside down, I always read it as, okay, this lesson, this karmic lesson is over. You don't have to feel this anymore. You don't have to stay in this place of pain. Just know that the worst is over. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, it is, and here comes the sun. Sometimes you have to just tear stuff down in order for the new to be built. So if you are in a connection and you're loyal to that connection and you've been through a really rough spot, the worst truly is over. It's going to turn up from here. This also could be a child spirit. In my Rider-Waite deck specifically, I often read this as a child spirit. You could be connected through children. What's going on here? 3 of Swords, pain, triangulation. This could have been a third-party situation that you had to work through with your partner. Or, again, if you are single, you could have an open heart. You went through a really painful lesson in the past. You're ready for a bright new future, but this could be your Achilles heel, this wound. But let's keep going and come back to that. Yeah, fresh starts, new beginnings. So I'm getting the feeling like either the connection that you're in went through a super choppy time and you're going to have to heal that wound. You're going to have to mend your heart in order to have a fresh beginning. Ace of Wands, that spark of fire. So breathing fresh life into this relationship or starting a new one. Seven of Cups. Yeah, so this is the fantasy future card. Where's this going to go? What's going to, is the worst really over? Can I really trust the sun? My broken heart is telling me, no. It's like once you get hurt, or once you, it's how we learn. When we touch a hot stove, we don't touch a hot stove again. It hurt us. So how do we love again after our heart has really been affected? So we're always looking, we're always wondering. You could be one of those people who gets a lot of tarot card readings because you just want to know. The Seven of Cups is telling me in this particular spread to stop that fantasy thinking and to just be in the moment, be present, even if it's with the pain. That's how you're going to get your fresh start. Yeah, because you've been hurt. You've been hurt badly, either in this connection or the last connection you're in. And so your next soulmate is going to teach you how to not be so guarded. So Nine of Wands is literally being defensive. It's literally having walls put up around you, having walls put up in your heart. Exactly that metaphor. The child touches the hot stove, they don't touch the hot stove again. Well, your last relationship was like that hot stove. And how are you going to break down those walls? Well, that's what your next soulmate is going to teach you. Sun card. Yeah, please. Sun card. It is coming in. A new bright future is coming in. Yeah, because you're just not feeling strong. Oh, pile number 3. You were very loyal to someone in the past, and it hurt like hell when it ended. Like hell. But you want to try again, Ace of Wands. But you've got up walls. You hope there's a fresh start, but you're not feeling strong. Your next soulmate is going to show you that pain and that hurt from the last relationship, that the beauty of you is in fact your loyal heart. I just thought of something. I remember a relationship where I really, really got hurt. I would have done absolutely anything for that person. And, years it took me to mend from that relationship. But with some distance, I actually thought to myself, would I have done anything differently? And the answer finally was no, I wouldn't have, because I was true to myself. Even though this person was maybe not deserving of the loyalty that I gave, I am proud of my ability to love. Your next soulmate is going to see that in you. And that is what they're going to reflect back to you. That you are a beautiful person, because when you love with your whole being. Pile number 3. Pretty different than pile number 2. Okay, so let's do pile number 4. Is your soulmate going to teach you? Your next soulmate going to teach you? We have mending. Making amends. How to do things differently this time. If you're in a current connection, it could be about reconciliation. It could be mending with an ex. Venus's exes are crawling out of the woodwork retrograde right now. Let's see what their tarot cards say. Queen of Wands reversed. This is someone who's not feeling confident in themselves, not feeling deserving. I'm wondering if this is... I'm just going to keep going here for now. King of Cups. Okay, so this is an emotionally available individual, possibly a little older than you. Very emotionally supportive, very loving. If I had to pick a tarot card that I would want in my next relationship, it would be the King of Cups. That real rock in your life. not just the night, not just like the glitz and the glamour, but like the real deal, the grounded real deal, who's got an open heart, supportive and ready for a love. You're at a crossroads. There's an impasse. This is true. This is true. Each sword is true. Which way do I choose? I don't know. I can't see a way forward. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I'm seeing a theme here. 8 of Cups. Somebody came back. To me, this is about trying to mend a relationship that maybe seems like it was over. Because the 8 of Cups reversed is my going in circles card. 8 of Cups is walking away from something that you love. It's difficult. You know, you have to just turn your back and walk away. Because you were at an impasse, you didn't see a way forward in this connection. But when it's reversed, I see it as like literally going in circles, like the on again, off again kind of relationship. 6 of Swords. Okay, this is good. It's not reversed. So this person has come back, or you have come back to them to mend ways, to make amends. And 6 of Swords is moving from choppy water to smoother waters. So good sign that actually mending can happen here. Again, this is the lesson that you can see what we've got at the bottom. Yeah, Page of Coins. There's communication where there was none. So you may have recently started communicating with this person. So I would say for those of you who picked pile number 3, I don't know that I necessarily see an active love connection with this person. It's very much looks like an ex or an on again, off again type relationship. But the 6 of Swords and the mending card says to me that this soulmate made you see how actually mature you can be in a relationship, right? You can have a disagreement. You can not see a way forward. You could be in an impasse. You could have even broken up and gotten back together and broken up, but maybe you can still be friends. And this could be your penguin friend for the rest of your life. You know, that you can actually say, I'm sorry, and mean it, and move forward in a productive way. You know, someone definitely still cares here. It looks like there was a lack of communication, and with the Page of Pentacles here, this could have been one of those exes crawling out of the woodwork situation with Venus retrograde, you know, and this is showing you that you actually are a mature individual who can actually, you know, listen to what the other person has to say, get past the point of the impasse, and mend, whether either it's, you know, another shot romantically, or even just having a friend to go down that new kind of less choppy path with, a less tumultuous path with. This soulmate has taught you that you can forgive and forget. So again, you know, it's not silly. We really sometimes need the distraction of love, of connection, of you know, having our hearts taken care of, especially in times like these. So I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.